Good morning, everyone. We are here, and it's our pre-emancipation celebration. Aren't you excited? This year, we are focusing on our pre-slavery era. Before they were enslaved, we were free people of color, free to do, live, speak, dance, drink, and anything we want to do. And that is why this is such an important day to celebrate. I invite you now to please stand as Miss Juliet gives us our golden rock, after which you will remain standing for the prayer, and then our very own little queen, little Miss Ricalia Chamberlain, will present to you the welcome. And then our commissioner, Mr. Ruben Berkman, will address you. Please stand. Let me bow our head and pray. Liefde volle Vader, met dankbaarheid in onze harten komen wij tot u. Om u te bedanken voor deze bijzondere dag die ons heeft geschonken. We erkennen de waarde van dit speciale programma En we zijn dankbaar voor de mogelijkheden en zegeningen die het met zich meebrengt. Vandaag vieren en herdenken we de kracht van emancipatie. Vader, zegen dit programma en allen die erbij betrokken zijn. Geef hen wijsheid, kracht en doorzettingsvermogen. Heer, wij danken u voor de kansen die dit programma biedt, voor de mogelijkheid om te leren groeien en te bloeien. Mogen het mensen inspireren om het ware potentieel te realiseren en positieve impact te hebben. Nogmaals bedanken wij u voor deze dag en dit speciale programma. Mogen het vruchten dragen en ons verenigen als een gemeenschap. Leid ons in uw liefde en genade en help ons om altijd dankbaar te zijn voor de zegeningen die we ontvangen. In Jezus' naam, amen. You may be seated. Before we continue, it is imperative that I acknowledge our invited and distinguished guests. Our Government Commissioner, Mrs. Alida Francis, our Deputy Government Commissioner, Mrs. Alexander van der Linden, our Island Commissioner, Mr. Ruben Merkman and Ms. Arlene Spanner, our Island Secretary, Mrs. Malvern Lobes-Dijkshoorn, our Island Council members, Ms. Micheline Leerdam and Mr. Glenn Schmidt. I welcome you all here today. Thank you for being here. Please help me welcome little Miss Rakelia Chamberlain to the stage.
Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Rakelia Chamberlain, your reigning Little Miss Stacia. It is my distinguished honor to welcome you all here to witness the greatness of our future generation. They have worked tirelessly to ensure that you enjoy this program. So like the royalty from which you descend, sit back, relax, and bask in the magnitude of the program that has been prepared for you. Thank you. Welcome to The Beginning, Fostering the Dialogue, our pre-Emancipation Day celebration. Do enjoy.
I would now like to invite our Island Commissioner, Mr. Ruben Merkman.
Good morning, everyone. Protocol has already been established. Today is Emancipation Day, pre-Emancipation Day on Stacia. And I'm glad to be here. It's a great honor for me to be here to witness what the young people, the future of Stacia has prepared for us. And as the mistress of ceremony has already indicated, we come from an area where we were free, able to dance and do a lot of things that up to today most young people enjoy. I can't dance, but I enjoy seeing people dancing, moving. So let's all celebrate this day and give respect to our forefathers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls present here today, it is an unfortunate truth that throughout history, individuals and groups of people have been subjected to unspeakable acts of cruelty and injustice. One of the most egregious forms of mistreatment was the institution of slavery. This very institution was placed on our ancestors for 400 years. Slavery has been a stain on the fabric of our history and for humanity for far too long. The act of owning another human being and forcing them to work without pay, denying them basic human rights and forcing them to work without pay. And this type of practice still continues today. Our ancestors were subjected to brutal and inhumane treatment that should have never been accepted in any society. We often say resilience is in our DNA, and that's a motto that I hold dearly to my heart. For I think of the June 12, 1848 uprising led by Thomas Dupersoy and 5 station men who gathered others to march to town and demand their freedom. The blood of these brave stations reside in all of us, and as their descendants, and many of their descendants are still here today. When I think of the resilience of Frances Coffey Blair, a free woman of color who purchased the glass bottle plantation in 1818, including all 14 enslaved people that worked on the ground. She also championed the hate that her property belonged to her, and as she had purchased it legally when others tried to discredit her and steal her property. Also, Fanny DeWitt, who gave her sons Adam and Paul Gibbs before the notary so they can learn carpentry in the eyes of Europeans. This seems as if our ancestors held slaves themselves, when in fact they were playing the system to give their children a better future. That's why people is so resilient today. And by all means, they found a way, and we must find a way today. This information I got from one of Statia's brightest historians, Mr. Rainey Richardson. The legacy of slavery affects us all, as its impact is still felt today. The social, economic, and political ramifications of this dark period in history have left these deep scars on society around the world. Despite the fact that slavery has been abolished, the reality is that 400 years of torment is still part of us. How we think, feel, move, love, trust is still with us, within our community. It is our collective responsibility to eradicate this scourge from our society once and for all. It is also important that we work together towards creating ways of healing by treating each other with love and respect. We must take concrete steps toward our own healing process and ensure that the voices of our ancestors are heard and that they feel empowered as they speak through us. Efforts have been made by many before us for justice, and together we must provide the necessary steps to tackle the structural inequalities that affect our community today. The legacy of slavery has left systematic racism in our education and in the way of thinking. We must now write our own history. We are all called to action, like Thomas Dupersoy, Fanny DeWitt, and so many other stations. We must be resilient, for we will overcome. Let us pledge to stand together and unite in our commitment to end slavery's long-lasting grip on our society, once and for all. Doing so will not only bring us together as a community, but will also create a strong and equal Statia for the many generations to come. We must not shut our eyes to the reality of our ancestors' suffering, but we must break the mental chain that has held us for so many, many years. I thank you.
I would now like to introduce to you this program's Mistress of Ceremony and her assistant, Director of Social Domain, and her wonderful granddaughter, Nia J, Miss Carol Jack.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. That's the station, good morning. In our midst this morning, I would also like to welcome Miss Marjani Humphreys and Miss Melissa Robbins from the Registrar's Office. A little mistake was made with the name of our Deputy Government Commissioner, Mrs. Nicolene van Linden. Welcome to our program this morning. You can speak louder than that.
Good morning, I am Muzik.
And I am Carol Jack Roseberg.
Together we will be your MCs. For Scholastic, we promise you that the program especially prepared for you by my class schoolmates is like no other. The showcase of our ancestral history will be told via the creative arts, dance, and spoken word. Do enjoy.
Our up-and-coming future, our mistresses of ceremony, in the making. Give her another round of applause because it is really not an easy job to stand before a crowd for such a young child. Nia, take a bow. Yes. Our first item on today's program is Rhythms of Rapture. Yanfulu is the name given to a form of dance associated with Haitian folk dance, but it was originated in Benin, West Africa. In Haiti, Yanfulu is performed in a group as a prayer, invoking deities and moving the dancers to lose consciousness and enter a state of trance. I promise you that won't happen here today. This dance is used at many occasions, such as celebration, death, and wedding. Help me invite the Bethel Methodist School as they perform Rhythm of Rapture, I Can poem. Bethel Methodist School.
Please welcome 8th grade group of Bethel.
I can walk on water, and if I want to, I can fly. I can sit on sunshine and watch the world go by. I am the mountains and the seas. I give every breath. I hold the world fingertips.
I soar above the world. I am who I want to be. I hold my dreams within a grasp. I am part of everything, the future and the past. My body is made from the earth, my soul made from the sky. My life is part of nature's gift. I taste the ocean when I cry. I will live forever.
My body may give up, but my soul will surely last. I am eternity. I never fail. I am the self from which you are made.
Azunke, pari le bari, azunke, pari le bari, mais la joie qu'a te washo, azunke, pari le bari, faut tout le bar, azunke, pari le bari, azunke, pari le bari, la joie qu'a te washo, azunke, pari le bari. Azunke, pari le bari, mais la joie qu'a te washo, azunke, pari le bari, faut tout le bar, pari le bari, azunke.
Rhythms of Rapture, Bethel Methodist School. Next on our program is a poem entitled The Flying Slave. It's an Igbo Haitian folk dance. This lively traditional dance is one of the nation's dances, which was brought by the slaves from the west coast of Africa to Trinidad and Tobago. The Igbo or Igbo dance was originated by the Igbo people of Nigeria.
Let's welcome the Lynch Plantation SD School.
The night is dark and keen the air. The slaves are flying to be free. His parting word is one short prayer. Oh God, but give me liberty. Farewell, farewell. Behind he leave the whips and chains, sweet freedom plains.
Igbo Haitian folk dance. Malvern, we have a date. I saw you smiling. We have a date to learn the Igbo folk dance. Another round of applause for the 7-day and next plantation, 7-day Adventist school.
3 slaves from 3 different locals ran away from their slave masters into the hills and became friends. As frightened as they were, they danced and celebrated. Being free from slave master, they died being free slaves. Golden Rock Catholic School, runaway slaves.
Runaway Slaves, Part 1, by the Golden Rock Catholic School. Slave Lament. Watch That Star, followed by a slave dance. As slaves ran away for freedom, they sang Watch That Star as they ran, which takes them to Freedom Land. Let us again welcome the Bethel Methodist School with Slave Lament. Bethel Methodist School with Slave Lament. The next item on the program today is
Celebration Time will be presented by the Golden Rock School.
Golden Rock School Celebration Time. Oops. celebrate together. Another round of applause for the Golden Rock School. Okay, calling all the pupils of the Seventh-day Adventist School, the Bethel Methodist School, the Roman Catholic School, please meet Mr. Rudolph backstage. Working in the field. Guoca, traditional folk dance, is a musical genre of Guadeloupe that can qualify singing, music, and dance. Originally practiced mainly by the descendants of enslaved African deportees, the traditional guoca has now spread to all social and economic strata, all ethnic and religious groups of Guadeloupean society. Guoca is performed on stage at neighborhood parties, in outdoor festivals, and in concert halls. Let us welcome the Lynch Plantation Seventh-day Adventist School as they present to us Working in the Field.
Vamos participar aqui.
Two items on the program are a Caribbean folk dance, Storyfish by Bethel Methodist School, followed by Rich Cake, Old Time Running Game, Governor de Graaf School.
Let us welcome them, but before they come on stage, just a few more minutes so that we can arrange some technical issues. Please be prepared, Bethel Methodist School, followed by Governor de Graaf School. Calling on stage the Bethel Methodist School. Let us welcome them, please, the Bethel Methodist School. Some of our kids are small in stature, but great in talent and greater yet in potential. Round of applause for the Bethel Methodist School. amateur, but great in talent. Percussion, it does something to you, right or wrong? Or is it only me? Percussion music does something to anyone in the audience? No? Oh boy. Well, it surely does something to me. It makes me want to move the drum. We will now have the Governor of the Graph School with old time ringing. Let us welcome them, please.
Rich chick, Tamanea, rich chick, Tamanea, rich chick, Tamanea, rich chick, Tamanea. I went numbe, Tamande. She farmer, Tamande. She had no chick, Tamande. I must get one. You not getting it. I must get one. You not getting it. I must get one. You not getting it. A rich chick, Tamandea, rich chick, Tamandea, rich chick, Tamandea.
We will now have a presentation by the Golden Rock Catholic School under Runaway Slaves Part 2. They will be performing to the song Wade in the Water, the Golden Rock Catholic School. This story is based on the master who owned 6 slaves. The slaves were not allowed to dance or celebrate Emancipation Day or no sort of festivities. If they were caught dancing, they would be beaten by their slave masters. The slaves were only allowed to work and do as they were told. Wade in the water.
Oh, Eve, where is Adam? Oh, Eve, Adam in the garden picking up the weed. God called Adam. God called Adam. God called you Adam. Eve and Adam. Eve and Adam. I God call you. I don't answer. Where is Adam? Where is Adam? Eve and Adam. Picking. I God call you. I don't answer. Oh, Adam. Oh, Adam. I God call you. Picking. It was picking. Eve and Adam. I God call you. I God call you. day, washed all night, till we couldn't wash it no more. Hey, man went down to the river, man went down to the river, Lord. Man went down to the river, he went down there for to pray. Man went down to the river, man went down to the river, Lord. Man went down to the river to wash his sins away. Wading in the water, wading in the water, children, wading in the water.
Thank you to the Golden Rock Catholic School, as they actually performed two items, Adam and Eve and Wave in the Water. Another round of applause, please, for the Golden Rock Catholic School.
Folk line dance. A line dance is a dance in which a group of people these lines usually face all in the same direction, or less commonly face each other. Seventh-day Adventist School. A line dance is a dance in which a group of people dance along to a repeating step, while arranged in one or more lines or rows brought to us by the Seventh-day Adventist School. Haitian Power Afro-Caribbean Folk Dance. This dance honors the spirit of power. In this dance, the dancer thrusts the body, forward arms, and chest suggesting breaking through invisible barriers. Governor de Graaf School.
Gospel dance as a praise dance grew out of the African American church. Gospel dance is dramatic and theatrical. It uses elements of the theater such as miming. Ishania Richardson, representing the Gwendolyn Van Putten School in a solo performance. Let us welcome her on stage. Ishania Richardson. do better than that. Give her another round of applause. The last performance, it's almost midday. The last performance this morning will be brought to us by the governor, the Rap School. It's entitled In Effect. It's a poem and also a dance by the means of live drumming. The dancers celebrating through poetry and dance as the drummer beats the drum. Drumming is naturally spiritual and an activity that establishes and strengthens bond between people. The success of a drum circle is thought to be found in the responses of those adding to the beat, as well as those just listening or foot tapping alongside the djembe. Drumming engages the young and the old and does not discriminate against the level of the musical or physical ability. Cultures around the world use drumming in conjunction with celebrations and holidays, using the joy of music and rhythm to lift spirits and encourage togetherness within tribes and within families. Let's welcome Governor the Grad School as they present In Effect. Just a minute, please. We want to start over as we did not hear what you were saying, so we're going to give you mics. So we're going to start from the beginning, okay? Hold on a while, please. Step back, yeah.
MC, the mic ain't working? We ain't hearing nothing.
and magic in her ways.
Hypnotized by the dance, he scurries behind his lady, so quick, so rhythmic.
Under the starry dark night, the dancers take the floor in a frenzied flight.
Skirts swirling. Look at us shuffling. Sweat running down from we head, washing we feet.
But as these movements bring such rapture, it's impossible to feel the heat.
Whilst in his shadow, sit quietly enjoying the moving hip and trembling back as white teeth of joy gleam from ebony faces.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy the show this afternoon? No, I can't hear you. Did you enjoy your show this afternoon? I would like to call Mr. Rudolph Davis on stage. He is the man that is responsible for this amazing show. Please stand to your feet and give him a round of applause. I contacted Rudy in April, I think, or February, and I told him what my idea or the committee's idea was for Emancipation. You may be seated. I told him what the idea was for Emancipation Day this year, and he did not hesitate. Weekly he came here. It was 3 days every week practicing every morning with the schools. And I am very, very grateful because I don't think it would have been possible without his expertise. To the schools, thank you very much for your cooperation. Mr. Rudolph Davis, you will be hearing from us again. Thank you.
We promised you an awesome show of talent. Did we deliver? Yes, we delivered. A hearty round of applause for the pupils of all the elementary schools and also for the students of the Gwendolyn Confetti School. A job well done. Do not let anyone ever tell you that you cannot, because at station we can and we always will. Thank you for being here this morning, and this is a date for next year pre-Emancipation Day celebrations. And we also invite you to be here tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. for the Emancipation Day celebrations, which will be great as well. So, see you tomorrow at 7. We have a date. Don't let me call you. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.